Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Squaring off today, we have two teams who come in with identical records on the season. It's the Barons going up against the Conquistadors.
All right, thanks, Larry. It's the third largest stadium in the world, a capacity over 95,000, as we are in Mexico City, the capital of the great country of Mexico. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Barons and the Mexico City Conquistadors. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Watson on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Shift together here from the D-line. On second and 10, Watson, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Let's go! Throwing on third down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushes him over. Still shedding tackles. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points, and that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. And now back out comes the offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Come on, let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Third and long, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st down, it's Watson. The swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back with more after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Down, they'll run it on the draw play. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. And 96 is coming. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. And just shedding him off there. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 yards. There for number 15. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And to give this time to the tailback. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. They'll go with a keeper, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Hunt. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Crawford. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Crawford. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And a gain there of 11 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And Lutz's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing again is Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now back out comes the offense. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. To throw is Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Watson on 1st down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Watson looks to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for Mexico City, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say adios from Mexico City.